Fourth grade lesson 7.2 is write fractions as sums. This lesson again is just helping our brains recognize all the pieces of a fraction, make the connections that it needs to, so that when we're ready to build on that knowledge, you can build on that knowledge with confidence and have the foundation so that your beautiful building can stand up nice and tall. So let's have a look at what 7.2 is showing us. Our essential question for this is, how can you write a fraction as a sum of fractions with the same denominators? Really, we're just breaking apart each of those cut up pieces, letting our brains adapt to getting comfortable with fractions. Unlock the problem. Emilio cut a sandwich into 8 equal pieces, and he ate one of those pieces. He has 7/8 of the sandwich left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 8 are left. How many snack plates did he... Oh, Emilio put each remaining piece on a snack plate. How many snack plates did he use? What part of the sandwich did he put on each plate? So each piece of sandwich is 1 out of 8 and of the whole thing. 1/8 is called a unit fraction. 1 unit, singular, not units, plural, 1 unit. Unit fraction is 1/8. This one is a unit fraction, 1/8. This one is a unit fraction, 1/8, 1 unit. Because it tells a part of the whole that one piece represents. 1 piece, 1 unit. A unit fraction always has a numerator of 1. They want us to write 7/8 as a sum of unit fractions, 1 as our numerator. So we know that 1 whole would be 8/8, right? If we're cutting it into 8 equal pieces, all of them would be 8. If we split them into 8 equal pieces, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one more 8 would make the total of 1. So how much is 7/8 in unit pieces split into 8s? Well, it would be 1/8 plus 1/8, that's 2 8s, plus 1/8, there's 3 8s, plus 1/8, that's 4 8s, plus 1/8, that's 5 8s, plus 1/8, that's 6 8s, and plus one more 8, that is 7/8. The number of add-ins, these numbers that we're adding together, represents the number of plates used, 7. The unit fraction represents the part of the sandwich on each plate. So Emilio had to use 7 plates, 1 for each of these. He put 1/8 of the sandwich on each of the plates. So what if Emilio ate 3 pieces of his sandwich instead of 1 piece? How many snack plates would he need, and what part of the sandwich would be on each plate? Well, we're still looking at that unit fraction that's 1/8 on each plate. We just need to know how many plates he will need, because how many 8s will he have left to put on a plate? So we can go through, we know that this whole thing is 8 8s, but this time he ate 3 of them, not just 1 of them. So he ate 1, 2, 3 of them, and that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s left. So he will have 5 8s that he needs to eat. He's putting 1 of those 8s on each plate. So we have a 1/8 on one plate, 1/8 on another plate, that's 2, 1/8 on another plate, that's 3, 1/8 on another plate, that's 4, and 1/8 on another plate, that's 5 8s. That's what we're looking for. He needs 5 plates. Let's look at example 2, where we're writing a fraction as a sum. Kevin and Isabel are going to share a whole pizza. If it's not too big of a pizza, they'll be too full. The pizza is cut into 6 equal slices. They will put the slices on 2 separate dishes. What part of the whole pizza could be on each dish? Shade the models to show 3 different ways that Kevin and Isabel could share the pizza. Write an equation for each model. Okay, well, maybe if they wanted to be fair and equal about it, I'm going to make Kevin highlighted in red and Isabel highlighted in blue. Kevin could get 3, and Isabel could get 3 out of the 6. So we can say 3 6 plus 3 6 equals 6 6. That's one way they could share it. Let's look at another way. Maybe Kevin is hungrier. Oops, let's change that to the highlighter. Maybe Kevin is hungrier and he gets more than Isabel does. So we can say Kevin got 4 out of the 6 and Isabel got 2 out of the 6. 4 slices plus 2 slices is 6 out of the 6. That's the whole pizza. There's another equation. Maybe Isabel is super hungry and Kevin isn't that hungry. So maybe, oops, I need to change his color. Maybe Kevin just eats one piece and he's like, Isabel, I know you haven't eaten in a while. You can have the rest. And so she eats the rest. So what this looks like is Kevin ate 1 out of the 6 and Isabel ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6. And when you add those together, that's 6 out of the 6, the whole thing. So there's 3 different ways that we could have done the addition equation to get 6 out of 6. 3 different ways they could have shared the pizza. The question below that says, what if 3 friends, not Kevin and Isabel only, maybe a third friend, Tommy, shared the pizza and they put the pizza slices on 3 separate dishes? What part of the pizza could be on each dish? Write an equation to support your answer. So there could be a variety of answers here. There's not just one way to answer this. Let's go ahead and draw 3 plates. Okay, now I've drawn this out. I have the 3 plates. The whole pizza's cut into 6. I'm using still the red for Kevin, blue for Isabel, and green for Tommy. So let's go ahead and say, I guess we can say Kevin had, let's go with 3 because he was super hungry. 3 out of the 6. And that means there's only 3 pieces left now, right? Because Kevin ate half the pizza. Oink, oink. Isabel, maybe she was not that hungry and she just had 1/6. And so that would leave, so we've done 3/6 and 1/6. That would leave 2/6 left for Tommy to have. Right there. 2 out of the 6. And if you add all of those together, 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 more is 6. That is the whole pizza, 6 out of the 6 pieces. There's a couple more possibilities of how they could split it up. Hopefully you're seeing, though, is just that dividing up the pieces into parts that total the whole pizza, 6 out of the 6 pieces, is how we would do that. So in the Sharon show, they want us to write these fractions as a sum, the addition, answer to an addition problem, of its unit fraction. Remember, the unit fraction, the numerator's got to be a 0. We're talking about 1 unit only. So I have 3/4. This means for a whole 1, I would need 4 pieces cut into 4 equal pieces, right? Okay. I only have 3 of them. That is 1/4 plus 1/4, which is 2/4, plus 1 more 4th is equivalent to 3/4. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 are the unit fractions. So in this lesson, they're just trying to get our brains to recognize the building blocks and make the connection to a whole piece as well, how that compares to a whole piece. Write the fraction as a sum of the unit fractions. They have split these into sixths. And I have and they want me to write the sum for 5/6 in unit fractions. Unit fractions meaning a 1/6. So how many 1/6 does it take to make 5/6? Well, I have to do 1/6 plus 1/6 plus, that's 2/6. 1/6, that's 3/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. That is 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5/6. And that's the answer they're looking for. 1 more 6, then we would have had the whole thing, but that's missing. If you're feeling like this is kind of easy, that just means that your building blocks, your foundations for fractions are really in order, and that's great. So very good news. If you're feeling like you're kind of getting it, but it's not easy, that's okay too. It just means we're just going to fill in those building blocks, and that's what this is all about. Let's look at the next one. What is the sum of the unit fractions for 2/3? Well, here's 2/3 modeled of a whole. 2/3, or split into thirds is 3 equal pieces, but we only have 2 shaded. And that would take 1/3 plus 1/3. There's 2 of them, right? 1/3 plus 1/3. Oopsie. Fix that. Okay. Plus 1/3 will equal 2/3. And the on your own, I'm not going to do the whole on your own with you. I just want to point out the difference between what they're asking you to do here and what they're asking you to do here, so you can pay attention to that when you're in Think Central. This one wants you to write the fraction as a sum of unit fractions. So your numerator is going to be 1. They want 1 unit. So you would have the 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12. 4 of them, right? Okay, so this section is a unit fraction. This one says write the fraction as a sum of fractions. Sum of fractions. They didn't say sum of the unit fraction. Sum of fractions 3 different ways. So these are done more similarly to the pizza question that we did for Kevin and Isabel and Tommy. So in what different ways, 3 different ways, could you write 8/10 out? And so I'll do 2 of the ways and you come up with a third. So if we have 8/10, I could do 1/10 plus 2/10. That is a total of 3/10. And I need to get to 8, right? So I need 3 plus something that equals 8. That'll be 5/10. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 more is 8, and that gave me the 8/10 I was looking for. That's one way to do it. What if I did 3/10 plus, let's do 2/10. That's 5/10, and now I'll just do another 3/10 because 3 plus 2 is 5, 6, 7, 8 gives me 8/10. And they wanted a 3 ways, so you can come up with a third way. Now that you see what I'm doing, just finding all the add-ins up here, all the numerators that we'll add together as that. So there's the pieces of this lesson in play. Hopefully that all ties together for you and you're ready to tackle Think Central. Good luck.